Hey guys, welcome back. This is Ruben again. Today we're going to show you how to make a bacon mac and cheese, but this is going to be a white cheese instead of your traditional yellow. We're going to use Parmesan. We're going to use some mozzarella, some butter, and some cream cheese. And instead of macaroni, what I like to use is pasta, obviously, but it's a penne pasta. I like it just because the little tubes tend to hold a little more of the sauce, and I love the sauce. We're also going to use some bacon. We're going to use some half and half. So let's get started with the first part, which is going to be our pasta. So I cheated a little and I already got the water boiling, so you're going to have to sit there and stir at water boil. So as you can see, it's already going. One thing you want to do with your water is salt it. Once your water has been salted, drop your pasta in the water. And we're going to cook it to what they call al dente, which is to a bite. I'm going to let that go. While this, I'm going to move it to the back actually. So what we're going to do, get this guy going too. Alright, so next step what we're going to do is I already preheated the skillet, and I actually put a little bit of oil. It'll help you get this bacon going faster. It'll have to render its fat. So we're going to get this nice and crispy. We're going to go inside our mac and cheese. And while we wait for that, we can get started on our cheese sauce, which is going to start with butter. We're just going to cube it. We're just going to cube this butter. Dump it in our pan. Going to see it melt. So to get our cheese started, our cheese sauce, what we're going to do is we're going to melt some butter, and then we're going to put our cream cheese in here. Probably do it now. So we're just going to get our cream cheese. You can just take it apart and just dump it in little pieces in there. So basically what we want to do is we want the cream cheese to start to melt with the butter, just try to make them part of each other. Bacon, we just want to break apart, start crisping up. Check on our pasta. Perfect. You can see the cream cheese is softening up. Before you know it, we'll make it part of the butter. And this has to be equal parts. This is 4 ounces of butter and 4 ounces of cream cheese. What we're going to do is we're going to grab the pasta, because the pasta is done. Empty it into our strainer. And we'll just let our pasta sit in here. This, if you do it too high, you can easily burn it and your butter will start to brown. So you don't want to do it too high. So you can see it's already breaking down pretty good. These are add our cream. And then add it little by little. Now I'm doing is I'm using my, they call a wand, just to break up all the little curds of cheese to try to blend them in with the milk. You can use a whisk as well. So let that warm up. Turn off the bacon. At this point, what I would do is get your broiler going. All right, so one of the things you want to do is make sure that this, your sauce gets hot enough. Once you put the milk in it, or the cream, inside of this, before you put your cheese in, so that it actually melts the cheese and doesn't just sit there. So we're gonna put cheese, not all of it, we just do little by little. About half the bag in there. And we're gonna stir this in here with ease. So every time you pull something that's a little cold, cooler than the actual cream, it's gonna cool down your cream. So, which is why you wanna make sure that this is hot. You wanna make sure that we can melt the cheese. And as the cheese melts, you'll see that this will start getting thicker. And one of the things you want to do is when you're making a cheese sauce, you want to constantly stir because it will burn real easily. Especially if you're using high heat, it'll start to burn your cream and cheese. You constantly going to scraping the bottom so none of the cheese sticks to the bottom and burns. As you can see, this has gotten pretty thick now. It should be great. And that's what you want. You want a thicker sauce. You don't want it too runny. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off and just let it melt with the heat that it already has. Let this sit for a little bit. We'll come back and stir it in just a minute. Alright, what we're going to do now is we're going to get our pasta. We'll start laying it out. This is an oven safe pan, so what you want to do is you want to get your pasta. Put it in there, just watch out because the pasta is hot. Again, this is 1 pound of pasta, it makes quite a bit. We're going to do half of it. Grab some of our bacon, sprinkle some bacon in here. Grab some of our sauce. There's some of that cheese sauce in here. Grab a little mozzarella. Toss it in here. Grab a spoon, you're just gonna start mixing it. And with the heat from the cheese sauce is gonna start kind of, you can't really melt mozzarella. It doesn't melt away, it just becomes real gooey. That's what we're trying to do with the cheese sauce and the mozzarella. So now we're gonna get the rest of our pasta. Save a little bacon to the end. You'll see why. Put some more cheese sauce in this. Just a little more mozzarella. Grab our spoon again. Add some salt. You put too much, it does probably about 2.5, maybe 3 teaspoons of salt, just because the Parmesan is already salty cheese. And so now what we want to do to finish this off, grab the rest of our parm. We're going to finish it with our bacon on top. What we're going to do, turn on the broiler. The reason why we turn on the broiler is we're going to stick this guy inside and let the broiler cook the mozzarella on top and crisp it up for us. So it goes in the oven. Let it sit in there for a few minutes. We'll come back and get it. All right, so what we're going to do now is you can see our broiler's been working You can see the crispiness on the top. That's why you want to use a broiler, because it's already cooked, so the broiler's just going to get it nice and crispy. But this is what you get. This is your bacon mac and cheese. All done, ready to go.
Macaroni and cheese goes back as far as the 14th century. It is and has always been served traditionally as a cheese casserole. Fast forward to the 20th century and an abundance of variations are available. So here's my version just in time for the holidays. A white cheese bacon mac and cheese. Be creative and add your twist if you like maybe top with breadcrumbs or change the cheese. Thanks for watching, and as always, please subscribe, like, share, leave me a comment or a message, and until next time, y'all take care now.